things if you'll get off his stool back there.
Come on, Rick.
Come on, Rick.
Come on, Rick. Get up there, Rick.
He's hiding out back there, but he really wants to talk. He got a new shirt, the first new shirt he's had in years. But he's standing out.
First clean one he's had in years.
And he won't want this mic, so I'm going to turn it off.
Oh, let me see that thing. I can make lots of noise. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm supposed to do this, right? What? I can't hear anything anyway, so it doesn't matter. My name is Rick Barclay. I'm the co-owner of the Sugar Pine Mine with George. George is the brains. George is the brains. I'm the beauty. Thank you. Okay. I'm also full of it too, just in case you didn't notice. I'm going to be like, let's see here. I'm going to read a little bit. Now I know that most people don't think miners can read, but some of us can. Some of us just look at the pictures. Okay, and what I'm going to read, it has to do with the legacy of liberty. And the reason I bring this up is I had a little, shall we say, discussion yesterday with someone about what the purpose of this whole exercise was. And they were saying, well, you don't need to prove your point. You've got, whatever you got. And I said, it's not about my mine. It's not about George's and I's property. It's way beyond that. I mean, unfortunately, we happen to be the incendiary moment that started it, but it has to do with our country and a way of life that we value and the liberties that we were granted with the Constitution, which are being not just rapidly eroded, but being stripped and usurped by administrative rule and just general thuggery, okay?
Right.
You read in the paper, oh, armed thugs, but they don't bother to put the address where those armed thugs are, which is 3040 Biddle Road.
That's right.
Okay? Old loggers and miners whose transmissions don't work. Our reverse is flat broke.
Right.
Okay? Yeah. They ran into the wrong two grouchy old farts, and I think they've realized that now. So the point being that I had this discussion, and I'm going to read some stuff, and this is all old historical stuff from our founding fathers, who, as were alluded to earlier, many of them lost everything. They lost everything. Their business, their home, their families, many of them their lives, in order to found our country. And it says, and I read this at the county commissioners meeting the other day to make poor Cheryl Walker's eyes glaze over. Contemplate the mangled bodies of your countrymen and say what should be the reward of such sacrifices. If you love wealth better than liberty, the tranquility of servitude than the animated contest of freedom, go from us in peace. We do not ask your counsels or arms. Couch down and lick the hands which feed you. May your chains set lightly upon you, and may prosperity forget that you are our countrymen. And that was Samuel Adams, who was one of the original founding fathers of our country. And I think that's a very pertinent verse, because there's a lot of folks, everybody wants it done for them. Oh, please do this for me. Yeah, I'm all for that liberty. Yeah. As long as you do it and I can watch TV tonight, I'm okay with that. And that's not how it unfortunately works. And I'm going to read a couple other things here. It says, this is Essential Liberty Pocket Guide. It's subversive literature, just in case you really want to have something subversive. Yeah, you can get a copy of this, carry it in your pocket. You will be asked questions by people. Some of our countrymen are overwhelmed with the current state of affairs. They have resorted to fratricidal self-destruction or withdrawn from the fields of battle altogether. In so doing, they forsake the legacy of liberty extended to them by generations of patriots who have pledged their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honors. Of such resignation, Jefferson declared, honor, justice, and humanity forbid us tamely to surrender that freedom which we received from our gallant ancestors, and which our innocent posterity have a right to receive from us. We cannot endure the infamy and guilt of resigning succeeding generations to that wretchedness which will inevitably wait them if we basely entail heredity bondage to them. And what that basically means is our kids are gonna wind up inheriting this if we don't do something. And I was out there talking to Brandon in the parking lot when this first started earlier today, and somebody's little towhead, I don't know, maybe 2.5, 3 years old, came running up to the truck to Brandon and me while we're talking, and I realized that it's for her. It's not for me. It's for her. Because if we don't defend this, they're not going to get it. You know, and there was another quote from one of the founding fathers: "If there has to be trouble, let it be now. If there has to be, I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember it, but if there has to be fighting, let it be now so that my children may know peace." And, you know, it's basically now or never. I mean, we're at that point in our country that we're soon going to be in danger of completely losing any chance of ever having the things that we were guaranteed. And let's see, I'm going to read some more, just because I can. Okay? On essential liberty, Ben Franklin wrote, "They who can give up essential liberty to obtain a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety." Now that's a commonly quoted quote, and I'm in full agreement with that. And another famous quote from Patrick Henry, who actually was quite the little hellraiser. He said, "Is life so dear and peace so sweet as to be purchased at the price of chains and slavery? Forbid it, Almighty God. I know not what course others may take, but as for me, give me liberty or give me death." Then I have one more quote, and then I'll put the book up. I'll quit preaching and teaching. I'll get off my soapbox. And then Alexander Hamilton wrote, "A nation which prefers disgrace to danger is prepared for a master and deserves one." Everyone who's here, the Oath Keepers, the 3%, whoever you are, each and every one of you, thank you for coming out and supporting this. It overwhelms me that people have come from all over the country, dropped whatever they were doing, left their jobs, left their family. I mean, they don't know George and I from Adam's ox. They came here to defend a set of principles that are truly important to all of us. And I can't overstate the overwhelming emotion that elicits in me to see these people who I don't know come to defend. I mean, yeah, they're defending my mind for the agency, but the big deal is that we're defending our rights as American citizens to be treated as the citizens that we are. You know, if I get caught being in this country illegally, I get a deportation hearing before I'm deported, okay? As it should be. Everyone is given that due process. Yet they want me to destroy my own property before I go to court. And there's just something philosophically wrong with that. You know, I'm not going to have their administrative rules trump my constitutional rights, and that's what they do. That's what they've been trying to do. And what we're telling them to do is basically go find something else to do because it's not going to work. And as we go into this, the more we go into this, the deeper we go into this, the more abuse, the more malfeasance, the more fraud, the more deceit, the more destruction of records, the more criminal behavior that this agency shows. All across the board. I mean, and it's like a cultural thing in the agency. Last year it was Bundy. Right now it's Sugar Pine. But as sure as God made little green apples and the sun will rise in the morning, it will be somewhere else because they have that institutional arrogance that they are the government and they will do what they want. Your Constitution means nothing. It's just a piece of paper. We get it out on the 4th of July, say, yeah, this is really great. Now you'll do what we say to you. Forget about your liberties. Forget about your rights. And I don't know. I'm just to the point now with my children are all gone from the house. My grandchildren are safe. They have a good thing going on with their parents and their family. I'm ready. I don't care. Okay? My kids are gone out of the house. They want to play hardball, I'll play hardball. Okay? I don't care. Because if I don't do it, it will not get done. Straight up. I don't care who I piss off. I don't care if I offend them. I don't care if they think I'm wrong. I don't care if the public opinion thinks I'm a dingbat and a wingnut. I don't care. Tough poo-poo. Okay? See, I restrained myself. I have been working very hard to be social, nice, and not talk like a logger since 1 o'clock, and I'm telling you, that's hard work, man. Okay? I mean, I can be very descriptive, but there are children present in mixed company, so I'll just try not to do that. You know, it's just overwhelming to see the response and to know that because I have people come up to me in the store, in the cafe and stuff after I was doing all those news interviews and all that other foolishness, congratulate me, and I didn't even know who they were, saying thank you. Oh man, we're so glad you're doing it. I don't know who these people are. You know, I like being a hermit, man. I don't want to know all these people. And I haven't yet, actually, in all my interactions with the people that I've run into, I have yet to have anyone tell me you're an idiot. Well, I mean, other than the people who normally tell me I'm an idiot, okay? But the public, no one has told me what you're doing is wrong. I mean, I read the little whiny-weeny snivel fests in the Mail Tribune, most of which come from the People's Republic of Ashland, I might add. A little bit of snivel from there, and then we had the Dirty Dozen on the courthouse steps, and I read that first quote about the change resting lightly and go away, specifically for them at the county commissioners meeting. So I'm just really glad that you're here. I don't really know what else to say except we got to fight the good fight. And like I said, if it's not me, who's it going to be? You know what I'm saying? If it's not us, somebody has to go draw the line in the sand and say no. And that's the bottom line. And that's my only part in this is just I'm stubborn, and I told them drop dead. And no, we're not going to do that. And this is a result of that. You know, I mean, I'm nobody special. I'm just a guy who likes to kill trees and break rocks, for God's sakes. All I want to be done is left alone to break my rocks. I don't think that's too traumatic, but anyway, apparently they think that that's not a good idea. But my grandma, I'll leave you on this note. My grandma always told me two things. One, if you give them enough rope, they will hang themselves, which we are finding is very true with the agencies. And two, that idle hands are the devil's workshop. And I think the BLM is finding that out. They really should just let me go back to mining instead of letting me dream up evil things for their amusement. Thank you very much.